that. Live we go. Everybody, it's just me today. You're stuck with this guy. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Normally we like to test these things beforehand. Normally we like to have a nice intro, a nice little bit of music, a little bit of song and dance, but I don't have all that on my computer. So Al is, we're not sure where Al is. Hopefully he's okay. He's not buried in some sort of snowstorm out there west. So welcome to the All Juve cast. I'm your host, the knee guy, Anthony Scanga, and I'm going to do my best to guide you on this journey for this morning's show and today's game versus Cagliari, our last one before the Christmas break. And Luca, thank you for the well wishes on the solo journey this morning. Very much appreciated. Now, if you seem to be working, now you can just jump right in if you'd like, but I guess not. We see we've got a lot of the regulars in here. Big Bob Yeezy, thanks for joining. Cliff, you should be working. Get to work. Ali and KM, who is actually my one of my favorite listeners. So I appreciate everybody joining in. I think Omar might be joining us. Look, I think we got him. Omar.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. Where are you behind in a circus? Is that the backside of a circus? Where is?
No, it's just at work.
Oh.
Wait, let me think that.
Are you on a forklift?
Yeah, I am. You're not believing me? Here's my forklift. Yeah. The most ridiculous license I ever had to issue.
Oh. Hey, as long as you don't spill any of those avocados all over the floor, make sure. Is your manager around? I hope your manager doesn't see.
No, my manager is okay with it.
You want to know something, Omar? You're a real team player for joining in. Let me see if I can just. There we go. Make it nice and easy. So thanks for joining, buddy. Big game today. Let me get your quick thoughts before you have to start moving something around or hit your lunch break. Let me get your quick thoughts on today's game. Maybe I should get you the lineup. I do have the lineup available. First, let me get your quick thoughts on what we need today, buddy. Other than 3 points, what are you looking for to this game?
Do you read me well?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, great. Well, it's an important game. Cagliari are not that good of a point. Right now, the one spot before last. They have some interesting player, but something just isn't working for them at the moment. I saw not the lineup, but the players called up. We should win this. I wanna win this. I wanna go, before the Christmas and the New Year with a good feeling, because we have like 2.5 weeks now until the next game, and I don't want it ruined by a shit game against the bottom team. So it's a must win, like all games. Venezia was a must win and kind of ruined my week. So this is even further must win because we need to go into that break with positive vibes around.
Well, we do have the lineup, Omar, so I can help you with that. So the probable team tonight we have at the back, we have Sandro, Bonucci, Delict, and DeCilio. Lord DeCilio making his triumphant starting return. And then across the middle, we'll have, looks like, Bernardeschi and McKennie on the outsides with Bentancur and Locatelli in the middle. And we know that Bentancur and Locatelli are Al's favorites in the middle. I think they're a good tandem in there. And then with Keane and Morata up top. So I don't know if that's going to line up as a 4-4-2. I believe it will.
I say the 4-3-3.
You see that as a 4-3-3?
Up top, McKennie and Bentancur with Locatelli. And Quadrado is out. He's not out, but if he gets another yellow, then he won't play against Napoli. That's why DeCilio is playing probably. And it's actually pretty balanced. It's okay as long as there's no Rabiot. Pellegrini is still hurt. A lot of missing players for us recently. So I don't know. Even this lineup should kick Cagliari's ass easily.
Well, we already got a quick Animesh with a quick. What's he talking about? Udinese beat Cagliari 4-0 a couple days ago.
Yeah.
We seem to struggle. I don't think we found a rhythm yet. I don't think we have our A team available yet. To your point, when we come back from the break, we're home to Napoli, at Rome, home to Udinese, and then at AC Milan. So definitely Quadrado, we're going to need him without any cards. We're going to need him, for some of those games. People will, argue that, he might not be one of our more needed players, or what's the word I'm looking for? One of our like mandatory starters. But
Yeah,
I
but
think
if
he needs to be
Danilo
in there
is
when.
out, if Danilo is out, then we're out of options. Basically, it's either Deschilio or you like the smokes. I know you
Uh,
are a smoker, so it kind of
man,
guides your heart a bit.
man, you smoke to your heart's content, my man. Look at that. Look at that. Now, kids, we do not promote smoking on this show. This is not. We not do not use this as an advertisement. But that
But
doesn't.
if you do smoke, you're not a criminal. There's nothing
True.
wrong with you. Half of the world smokes. Doctors, I don't know, lawyers, everyone. Don't feel like you're different or bad in any way.
Okay, let's get back. Let's get back to Juventus. We don't need to. We don't
After
need
this
to talk
commercial,
after this commercial. Nice commercial break. We that was not sponsored, by the way. But yeah, big game today. I just want to see a consistent performance. I want to see the team come out, get an early goal, and that's something that we've done the past couple of games. Early goals. We've gotten the early lead, which is something we did early in the season. Kind of got away from it a little bit. We did again last game. I think it was the 6th or 7th minute when we took the lead. So, um, and I just
yeah,
wanted
what
to
I
say good morning to RB Comps. But yeah, I think we need to do that again, uh, just to get the confidence up. I think, and especially Morata, he's on a bit of a. I think 3 of the last 4 games he scored. Bernardeschi's on a good assist streak, if you want to call it an assist streak. So these seem to be our main guys, and we need them to be on today. Just something positive to go into Christmas. Let's just be positive to go into the break.
yeah, and I feel like we need a big win, like a 4-0, 5-0, because we have options on the bench that are interesting, and I'd love them to get some minutes, but you can only do that if you're feeling comfortable. Like if you can be like 3-0 up at the 60th minute and throw Sule in and Kyle Hoche with some minutes, it might be good for the team. But let's see. We had games like that we should have easily won even before halftime, and it didn't go that way like we
Mhm.
wanted to. And this is no different. Get the result, get the 3 points. There's a lot of movement in the table, from places like 8th to 3rd or to 4th,
Mhm.
and every
That's right.
week it changes. So every win is a must. Every win can jump us 3 spots up or take us 3 spots down, and it just the mentality should be there. Don't act like it's an easy game. Play your heart out, finish it in 45 minutes. That's what I expect.
So do you think at halftime, if we're up 2-0, you bring in Sule and Kyle Jorge at halftime?
Maybe
Or
not at halftime, but 55th minute, because we do tend to drop off. If we lead at the break, we do tend to drop off in the second half,
yep.
and maybe some new blood will help us push forward and not let our foot off the gas.
If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it now because I don't see those young guys getting a lot of minutes come those 4 games after Christmas, after the Christmas break. I'd like to see them play, but you and I have had a little bit of disagreements on how you get the young guys in. I think this is, to your point, this is the time to bring them in, but we just haven't been able to put teams away early. I think that's something, a bit of a downfall that we need to do, and hopefully we can do that today. But shifting gears a little bit, we'll go a little bit of the news. There's been a lot going on. I'm sure all that stuff going on with Delict. I think the people would like to hear a little bit of what we think on Delict. We put some tweets out there, and there's the whole thing about the release clause. There's all this with Raiola. I think there's a lot of smoke there. I don't think there's a lot of fire, but there's definitely a lot of smoke. Your initial thoughts on the whole situation, and if what you think is, should Delict stay or go, or how do you feel about the whole Delict situation just in general, for to start off?
Well, there's no question there. The league should definitely stay. The news kind of bummed me out, but that's exactly what Raiola does. He bums teams and fans out because
Mhm.
his players don't tend to stay at their clubs, not for their entire career, not even for 5, 6 years. But I do expect the league to stay. I think it's way too early to, even talk
Mhm.
about that. And if
Yep.
it does go through 150 million release clause, I fail to see Juventus backing off from it. just giving him from 100 million. And I fail to see teams dishing that much money on a defender. And there's a reason we haven't reached those numbers yet for defenders. And even goalkeepers had like 18 million release clauses. And look how the Maguire thing turned out. But it kind of sucks. There's nothing not to like about Delict. He's a leader. He's a beast.
Hmm.
He's young, and seeing him leave would be tough, very tough to handle. But hopefully he'll stay. But there's a flip side to it. If we get 150 million, that's a lot, and we do have a lot of holes to plug, and that can help us. And if that's what we have to do to make the team more competitive, then one player is not worth, fighting for fourth place every season.
Now, I've said into this microphone right here, it might have been the old one that looked like a bug zapper, but I definitely said into a microphone onto this show that if I had my choice between Chiesa and Delict to stay, I would choose Delict over Chiesa. A lot of people would disagree with that. I'm a big Delict fan. I hope he stays. For me, you know, the whole situation is a little odd. So you have Raiola meeting with Nedved, and then 3 days later, this news comes out. Now, in North American sports, it's not uncommon for teams or general managers to go through the media or through agents to release news like this in order to drum up interest in a player or even to see how the fans react. Now, I've seen interviews with uh, general managers that said we would do that just to see how the fans react, just to see if we were to do this, what kind of backlash would we get from fans or the media. So it's a bit of a smart move on them, if that's what's happening for Juventus to say, what do people really think of Delict? And out there, from what I see, it's 50-50. A lot of people are just like, either sell them or keep them. There's no real, I guess there's no real gray area, but it's a pretty divisive topic, I think.
Yeah, I can agree. I've seen teams do that in the past just to get, a general idea of where the fans stand and the media stands on this certain issue. But let's not kid ourselves. Riola has motives. He has a reason
Yep.
for why I said that. It's not just to get media attention.
Hmm.
He's checking the waters too, looking at other clubs. Eventually, it all comes down to money. Like even if it were to be like 150 million, you'll still ask for like 20 million in commission. So that's a big price tag for a player, for any player.
Hmm.
And I don't know, Riola has always been a tough guy to deal with, but we were kind of on his good side because of Nedved was his agent. He was the agent of Nedved back in the day, and Matuidi and Keane and millions of guys. He holds a lot of talent under his, under his company, and he always moved them around. He also made the same comments about Erling Holland not long ago, but everyone knew that was on the cards because his release clause is way lower than the Ligt,
Hmm.
actually exactly half lower. Um, no, it's not half lower. Sorry,
Yeah.
but
It
I don't know. The guy is weird. I feel like he likes Juve, but he likes himself a lot more than the clubs or the players he represents.
Yeah, I don't quite agree with Hanan here. I don't get the feeling that Delict wants to leave. I really don't. From everything I've seen or heard from the young man, I don't think that it's. But then again, this is a business. These guys have a very short window to make money. You and I have a longer window because we're not professional athletes. But these guys, they have 10 years to maximize their earnings. So it's a different game, and I don't like people going. Don't like. I shouldn't really use that because everyone has their own way of looking at things. But I don't like getting into discussion with the people like, well, the players back, 5 years ago would never do this. Well, guess what? This isn't the world of 5 years ago. These aren't the same players. There's like 5 years ago, we weren't talking about $150 million release clause for defenders. For certain players there may have been for Ronaldo and Messi, but realistically, teams weren't paying $80 million for Harry Maguire. Like, come on. So the amount of money
Yeah,
out there these days, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I'll never fault a guy for going to get his money. I want Delict to stay if we can get. And now the release clause is 150 million. Eric in our private chat said, "Why would we accept anything less than 150 million?" I 100% agree with that. What? So we could do a lot of good work. I think Adiva Bennett and Kitabini could do a lot of good work with that 150 million. Now, another name that was in the news. This is a player on another team. So, and Omar, thanks for joining. Everybody, please like the video. Don't forget to check out Striped Hearts Apparel. These are their new the new zip up hoodies that came out. This thing is so. Let me get over here. This thing is so comfortable. It came in the mail yesterday. Early Christmas present for me, from me to me. Love me, from Santa Claus. But
yeah.
another player that was in the news is Milinkovic Savic. Some things swirling around that he might be, him and Sadi might not be seeing eye to eye. And I believe it was Lucci who put a tweet out to say, would you sacrifice, if Delict goes, would you bring in Milinkovic Savic? And I think that's an easy
Uh,
answer for me.
oh, Lotito hates us exactly like Comiso hates us. He would rather see Milinkovic go to any club other than Juve.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, all these type of deals fall on the player wants Juve and only Juve. But it's a big fee. Like he wanted like 70 or 80 million. The guy's not out of contract, so if anyone else matches what he wants, we can compete with him because the same argument we made for Vlahovic. 80 million. Would you do it or would you not do it?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how much funds we have to spend over the summer at the moment. Maybe the picture will be clearer after January if some players leave or closer to the summer market. Uh, I don't know. It's a really tough question. If we can get both of them, that's a lot of money. But we can't strengthen only one area. We are lacking at so many places. Even right back is not that secure, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
We can still do better. Quadrado is aging. Danilo is 30, but he has his days. Although I really like him, we definitely need another top midfielder. So Milinkovic might slot into that box. The Dybala extension, if we do lose him, then that's another hole we have to fill, and it kind of gets dragged on and on and on. But for that price, I wouldn't do it. For 70, 80 million for Milinkovic, I wouldn't do it. Too much.
I think he fills a big hole. We have some people jumping here. KM saying, we sell Delict. I want Vlahovic and two defenders. I really don't think we need defenders. I think we can. I think the Serie A is attainable. We'll say next year. I think the Scudetto is attainable with the back line that we have, but we need a striker and two midfielders. So I think we need to bring in three players. And Al and I discussed this on a previous show, but I don't think we need defensive help. I think if Danilo, we have Quadrado as a backup, but Quadrado, he's getting on to be 34 years old. He's up there, 33, 34. So not exactly a spring chicken, but Pellegrini looks okay. Sandro, not so much, but
Yes,
Deschilio looks okay. Rugani didn't
Sandro is
look
rumored to
terrible.
leave. Yeah, Sandro is rumored to leave, but if he does leave, we do need someone even for backup. And throw in the first team with a younger backup on Pellegrini might hurt him. But I feel like these are holes that are easier to fill than the
DeVinter,
midfielder. The Winter is
DeVinter,
okay. He
right?
looks nice, but he's a right back. Danilo covers a lot of spots, but still going into the season, I don't know, maybe Demiral, maybe Atalanta wouldn't exercise their option to buy him, and he
Mm,
comes back.
I think they
But
will.
being, if we're left with Rugani, Bonucci, and Chiellini, that's a big, big risk. The minute Chiellini gets injured,
Yeah.
that's it. Rugani is first team starter, and we can say goodbye to the season because I'm sorry, he's not just a high caliber player, not for the Champions League matches, not for anything. If the league leaves, that's a big hole we have to fill because we're pretty short on center backs right now.
Yeah, I don't. It's and there's a lot of discussion, especially in our group. There's a lot of discussion of, here's a list of players that can leave. I really don't see a big turnover. I see maybe three, three, four players tops. Sandro, if his contract, he's out, but Ramsey is really the only one I can see going. Maybe either Kulishevsky or McKennie being sold off to generate some funds. But other than that, like Rabiot, as much as he is a thorn in our side, I don't see that. I don't see Juventus offloading him. I'm going to see them trying, but I don't think he's a main part that's they're focused on getting off the roster. Like him, love him or hate him, you know that's a separate conversation. I don't think you want to completely turn over your midfield. There has to be some sort of consistency in there. No.
Yeah, I'd be okay if like we'll be left with Lucatelli and McKennie as starters, Rovella coming back. Then you really need just to add one more piece to it.
Right.
But Bentancur might be sold. He's fairly younger than Rabiot. Still has some value. He has experience. Teams might look at him as a better option than Rabiot. There's still the Pogba case always looming around.
Mm-hmm.
He's out of contract. Everyone can deal with him basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like I don't know, in 2 weeks, he's open to close a deal with the team. Might be us, might not. Let's not forget that Keane is a loan player. Morata is a loan player. That's two salaries off the books that can maybe afford a salary for Pogba. Uh, I don't know. There's a lot of good midfielders just around Europe, even outside of Europe, that we can purchase for less money than what Milinkovic would probably cost us.
Right.
Even Luis Alberto would be cheaper, and he's fallen out with Sarri as well. And seeing these reports, I'm just happy Sarri is not our manager anymore because this guy, everywhere he goes, he fights with everyone. That
It's funny.
so glad he's gone.
Our friend Jerry Mancini, friend of the show, host of Calcio Connection, he big Lazio fan, and he's had us on his show, and he's come on our show a couple times. He's actually excited about the Sarri extension, and a lot of Juventus fans are just like, I, I wouldn't be excited about that. I know you are. I
Yeah,
know I'm not. But yeah, if you want to sign Sarri to extension, I don't want to get too much into the Lazio well here, but uh,
yeah. Even Lotito said that that's the right way. He supports Sarri in his decision. Is what he said about Savic and everything. I don't know. Maybe there's a good connection between them because they're both old and see eye to eye.
yeah.
Um, but this guy is just ticking time bomb in every club he's at, and I feel like the titles he did win, two of them I believe, Europa League with Chelsea and
Hmm.
Scudetto with us, was
Yep.
more gifted to him by the players than his tactics and his managing of the squad and everything. And Agnelli on the All or Nothing on Amazon just said it was what's he called it? I don't know how to say that in Italian, but he called that season just a stink, a big stink, a
Yeah,
horrible season.
that is what he said. He, that's I think he's trying to drive the team to do better. But again, who knows what Sadi was doing behind the scenes? Like he might have just completely you know tore into his gears and just was just not a good fit. I can see a coach like Sari not being a good fit for Juventus, whatever that is. Max seems to be you know a company man, pushes the company line, doesn't stir too much. You can even hear it in his press conferences. When we see Rabiot or somebody have a bad game, he completely uh, backs the player. Say, oh, he had a pretty good game, and all of us just scratch our heads. But another one here we can't forget about is Beans, Fajoli. He's another player that could be coming into the midfield to help out. I don't see it. I think he should. I think he needs to have a good stint in Serie A, and then. But he is still an option. I wouldn't see him coming back on from his loan.
Yeah, we discussed Fajoli in the what was it, the pre-match for the
Yep.
last game, and we kind of agreed. Still, we want him to have one more season on loan at Serie A and not at Serie B.
Mhm.
But if it's an option and if it's something we're thinking about doing, then it might be a nice solution, for rotation, mainly for rotation. I don't think he's fit enough to be a starter, but he might be. I don't know. He might bang, come in, take his chances like Pellegrini did. Insist on staying and proving what he's worth and make his way into the starting 11. He looks like a nice player from what I've seen. But that's about it. Can't say too much about him. How much have we seen him play? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was over here on the U.S. tour a couple of years ago. I got to see a little bit of him there, but I haven't seen enough to really blow my skirt up. Um, so I know Omar, I appreciate the time. I don't know how much more time you got here. Do you have a couple more minutes, or do you have to get back on a
Yeah, I
flight
have
back?
like 5 more minutes
Do you
to give
want?
you.
So I got it before. Maybe I can get just so I'm not doing the predictions by myself. You want to blast through the predictions for today really quick? I got my pen ready to write them down.
Yeah, throw
You want to
throw
give
them
them
at
all,
me.
and we'll get the people out here to have throw in their predictions too. So I'm gonna scratch Al's name out because I'm a little worried about Al. Hopefully somebody has
Yeah,
Al's number. Give him a call. But he was up early this morning doing stuff. I think we should just let the gaffer sleep today. So again,
yeah,
Omar, thanks for joining. Everybody, please like
my
the video if
pleasure.
you're here. Be a friend, tell a friend. We got quite a few viewers here. Again, appreciate your time. I know it's a Christmas season, holiday season. So once again, everybody be safe out there. Have a great holiday season. If you have any loved ones, make sure you hug your loved ones. Always hold them close. Now, Omar, halftime score
2-0 Juve.
2-0 Juve. I think we're going to absolutely lay an egg in the first half. I'm going to go 1-0. Full time score.
4-1.
Oh,
No,
mamacita.
4-0. 4-0.
Look at you, eh?
It's
Totally
Christmas.
positive. I'm gonna say I'll go 3-0. So scores, you got a whole bunch of scores on there. Do you need the starting lineup again?
No, I'm always betting on someone to get his, first of the season, like, or just
Mm-hmm.
a weird scorer. But let me go with the obvious ones right now. Let's give Morata one,
Mm-hmm.
Keane with one, Bernardeschi might get some, McKennie with one, and Locatelli with one.
Okay, that's 5.
No, scratch down Bernardeschi, only assist. That's his role.
Oh, that's his role. Okay. Oh, Locatelli with one, eh? I'm gonna think Morata's gonna bag 2 today. He's on form. I like to see him keep rolling with the form, and then I'm gonna put Bernardeschi not with assist, actually assisting himself. No assist goal, top cheese, book it 3-0 win. First yellow card.
Uh, Cagliari,
Mm-hmm.
40th minute.
40th. I'm gonna go. There's been some early ones like 27th. I know Al likes to go 27th, 28th minute. I'll go 28th. I'm gonna think there's gonna be a stupid foul for Cagliari. And possession.
Uh,
Funny thing is we were out possessed last game. I think it was 58-42 against Bologna.
yeah, I don't remember even what was my bet there.
I think I wrote it down
Uh,
somewhere. No.
I think we're going to dominate this pretty easily. McKennie, Locatelli, and Bentancur are all ball winners.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's go with 58 Juve. 58
58,
42.
58, 42. I'm gonna go I'm going to go 60-40. I'm not confident in that one. Normally, I'm confident in all my predictions, Omar, like you know, but that one,
Yeah.
shots on goal, shots, and then on target.
Uh, 17-8.
I remember the last time someone came out. I think it was Animesh came in here and said, "Oh, we're gonna have 22 on target." I think it was the game where we had like
No,
25.
I think it was Big Bandana.
The yeah, the big band easy. 17-8. I'll go Morata. I think they're gonna fire away. I'll go 14, 14 and 7. 14 and 7, yeah. Offside. First minute, not first minute, but first offside. Could be the first
First
minute.
offside. 10th minute.
10th minute?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good call. I'll go 18th. Still not confident in that one either. I'm not confident in my picks today. I think it's just because Al's not here. Everything's kind of discombobulated. I didn't have breakfast.
Yeah.
Stomach's
Yeah,
growling.
I'm not
But
confident on mine either. Because
yeah,
Al is not here, I'm allowing myself to, go
yeah,
crazy with the
yeah. We
predictions.
can't. Yeah, we normally need a third year to kind of to set us back. All right, last one. Your striped hearts apparel man of the match.
Locatelli.
Oh, interesting. You know, he really is our engine. Right? Like he's the engine that
Yeah.
our team really changes when he's in there.
I
But
don't
I'm
want to
going.
imagine how we'd play without him.
Well, you saw it last game once, with Arthur
Yeah,
in
but
there.
that
Whatever
was
people.
yeah, but Bologna. Okay, if we have to play without him against like I don't know, Villarreal in the Champions League, that's scary. That's scary for me.
Yeah,
Right now,
yeah,
he's a lock. No one is even giving him a fight for his position right now.
right, right. So for my man of the match, um, so I
Has
didn't
to be
see.
Morata. You called him with two goals.
I was gonna go with that, but all these past couple matches, Juan Cuadrado's been playing well, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't see him in the starting lineup. So I'll go Morata with that one. Again, I think we're both gonna go 0-for-0 here, but again, as long as it's the 3 points, that's all that matters. So Omar, bless you, my friend. Thanks for joining. I know
Cheers,
you're at
guys.
work, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm
So
at work, but came for a friend's help whenever it's needed. But it's always a pleasure. Thank you for all the comments. You guys are awesome. Always love hearing your thoughts and sharing it with you. And that's it. Peace out, guys. Forza Juve,
okay.
and I'll see you in the next spot.
Thank you, Omar. We're gonna keep it rolling here. So I'm gonna do my best to keep it rolling. Omar, be good, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers, guys. Bye bye.
So again, look at this. Poor Tony's got to fly solo today, and I'm just going to see the numbers drop here. Uh-oh. So what do we talk about? So I'm going to see if anybody. We have a couple minutes left. I don't really have to go to work quite yet. Well, I should, but hopefully my boss isn't watching. But anyways, if we have, we like at the end of the show, normally like to do like a hot take, hot questions. So if you want to fire some questions in the chat, we can generate some a little bit of comments here. And I do not agree with this. Tony has lost his edge. You cannot lose your edge and have this good of a haircut at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know what Luca is talking about. Completely disagree with that. Who's starting a goal? Chesney is starting a goal today. I haven't seen anything to state otherwise that it's going to be Pedin. Would I see Pedin today? Why not? But I don't think Chesney is going to be letting up that starting position in the near future unless it's a Coppa Italia match. Going back up here, I'm looking at some of these predictions. I saw 3-0. That's a full-time score. I saw Harriel with a 2-0. So positive feedback here. It looks like everyone's hoping for a win. Hopefully we don't, like I said, go there and just absolutely, soil ourselves in the last game going into the Christmas break. KM, one of my favorite people. Can we sign a midfielder in January? I think we can sign anyone we want in January. But I don't think anyone's coming in January. I think there's going to be very, very little action. I think there's going to be a lot of smoke, but very little fire that comes of it. A lot of players, we're hoping for a lot of players, but I really don't see much happening. I think the summer transfer window is going to be very important. The next 2 summer transfer windows, definitely next summer is going to lay the way for what Allegri wants to do. going into next season. Allegri getting there. So I guess the question is Allegri getting us there? Would probably be the question. I'm a max guy. I was a max guy coming into the season, but I was also a max guy with Ronaldo. And again, like I said in the last pod, him leaving absolutely destroyed every single prediction I had. I had Juventus wrapping up the Scudetto by Valentine's Day. That's not going to happen. But I'm a Max guy. I think Max is going to get us there. I think we need to give him time. I think we need to give him the players that he wants. I think he says a lot of good things about Rabiot. He says good things about Morata, but I don't think those are players for him. I think he wants to bring somebody in. Pogba, maybe. I don't see that happening either. Yeah, I hope, again, we can hope we can get a midfield in January. I think we may make some deals that conclude in June, right? Set ourselves up for the June transfer window. He says, I still have the screenshot, by the way. This could be trouble. He has a screenshot of something. I don't know what it's a screenshot of, but please don't share that on Twitter. Hopefully, I don't remember taking my shirt off. But yeah, anyways, again, get the Striped Hearts apparel. The new hoodies came out, the zip-up hoodies. I got mine yesterday, and I also got my new Freddie Church shirt. Look at that. Boom. Take me to church. God bless Freddie. And let's not forget, I know there's a lot of Juventus fans that are down and out, about how the team's playing right now. But let's not forget, we have Chiesa out, we got Dybala out, we got Danilo out. We still have a lot of starters out. And I keep beating the drum that we have not seen our best 11 on the field consistently for multiple games. But, and is that a barbecue stain on that shirt? Now I'm not a savage. Much like some people that are in our actual Juventus group. I'm not a savage. I would not eat barbecue with a white shirt. That's just not right. But Luca, nice try. What else we got here? We have this again, another player that's kind of difficult to gauge is Arthur. We haven't seen a lot of minutes out of him this year, but Arthur will leave on a loan in January. I could see that happening if Ravella was coming back. And I know the Ravella Hive is going to jump on me for this one. Oh, but you're saying, yeah. You don't bring Ravella back without giving something up, right? Genoa's not going to give that kid up for free. It was already reported by, I think it was Romeo Agresti. He said that deal is done. It's going to conclude in June. Ravella's not coming back. And I wish the kid well. I wish him well. Hopefully he grows, gets better. We need him full guns a-blazing in July when he reports to camp. So let's see if we have any other questions out here. No, I'm not. That's not a barbecue stain. Oh, all about getting the Scudetto. Yeah. Listen, preseason predictions are made. Some of them right. Yeah, I get a lot of them right. Do I get a lot of them wrong? Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I get a lot of them wrong. Yeah, see, and Ali, that brings up a good point. Who would be our regista? Locatelli's been playing well there. I think Locatelli so far has been our MVP this season. If you guys disagree with that, please let me know. We can discuss it really quick here. But who's been our most consistent player this season? It's hard to not say Locatelli. I think De Ligt's been having a great year. Szczesny has had a slow start, and there was a lot of Szczesny outs at the beginning of the year. But can we say that Szczesny is our starting goalkeeper for the foreseeable future? Can we not say that? Right. So hard to pick. For me, I would think that with Locatelli in there, we can get a lot of stuff done. Yeah, he's not a regista anyway. De Ligt has been very consistent. When he plays well. He's not that flashy guy who's gonna, like Bonucci send the long balls in, but if he bagged a couple more goals, he had an easy header against, I think it was the Venezia game where it was off a corner kick and he almost put it in. The keeper made a good save. Maybe it was the Genoa game. Different story if he puts that away. I think if he puts a couple more goals away, I'd give him the slight edge over Locatelli. I think our team is just it's a way different team when Locatelli's on the field. You can make the argument that when Chiellini's in with Bonucci, do we lose much there? No, based on their relationship, based on how they work together over the years. Yeah, it was against Genoa. Thank you. So I don't think our team changes too much once Delict comes out. What do we have here? If Danilo stayed healthy, he'd be our MVP. Very, very hard to argue with that. Danilo, again, terrible injury. You get those soft tissue injuries that just, I think it was a hip flexor that he had. You get those types of injuries, and it is tough to come back from. Very, very tough. We need him back as soon as possible. Again, Danilo, Chiesa, McKennie's got to stay healthy. Dybala's got to stay healthy. Completely different team. I think we make a good run for top four. I still think we finish in the top three this year. I think Napoli's the wheels are going to fall off. I just saw in the news before I came on here that Lorenzo Insigne tested positive for COVID, so he's going to be out for the game this week. Godspeed, wish him well. Never want anyone to get sick. Hopefully he fights that off and comes back stronger. If you could, you're all here. We got a whole bunch of people here. It's that little thumbs up that everyone always sees. It's kind of shaped like this, and you click it, and it goes from white to being filled in. So that's what he means by liking the video. We appreciate it. It helps us a lot. We do a lot of work behind the scenes, and we bring this content to everybody. So these little things, liking the videos, sharing the content, it helps us in the long run. We do appreciate it. And I'm sure coming with a Christmas break, I think we're going to be putting out some more content. Al and I, we're going to do something. We have to finish off our All or Nothing review. Hopefully that'll come out this week, getting a little tight with the holidays. We have at alljuvecast.com, we have articles. We have pregame, postgame articles, postgame player ratings. We also do these pre-match, post-match pods. So definitely today's the pre-match pod. Tomorrow, hopefully Al can make it. I think it'd be easier if someone goes and I think we got to send a wellness check over to his house. Well, poor guy. That guy puts in a lot of hours. He puts in. He doesn't get a lot of sleep. People will be surprised. Oh, for a young guy, he's going to rest on. No, that guy is on the go. Al is on the go all the time. So again, let's see if we got any more questions here. What do we have here? A wild one, but our thoughts are. So, okay, I'll end off with this one. So with PE here, this generated a lot of talk in our private chat, in our All Juve Cast chat. I kind of stayed out of it. I don't watch a lot of the EPL, but I have seen PE play a little bit or quite a bit. Not a guy that really screams to me, let's bring him in. I believe he's in his early 30s. So I'm not sure, what we're gaining there. Now, is it for a 6-month loan from January to June? Okay. But is it a loan with an obligation to buy? I don't want that. And Ali's saying here, a player with disciplinary issues. Again, not something we would really need. So everyone's so hot and bothered to get this striker situation solved. Morata's having a good streak. I think he's starting to crack the ice off the boots, I'd like to say. And Keane isn't really living up to his potential, but Keane really hasn't had a lot of minutes. He hasn't had a lot. He's been kind of moved around position, striker. He's kind of been on the wing. We all seem to think here on the team that he's a bit better as a winger, but in the 4-3, obviously in a 4-3-3 setup, and hopefully that's what they play today. But everyone was a beast a couple years ago. You should have seen me, KM, a couple years ago. I was an absolute beast, and then I got old and round, and that seems to end too. So all good things must come to an end, and I'm not gonna 6 months without an obligation to buy it. Why not? Let's kick the tires. It looks like the Icardi rumors seem to have died off. Maybe Wanda's cut off all communication with all the other agents and teams. Maybe she's not letting Mauro talk to his friends anymore, which, I wouldn't blame her. But, so I don't see too many more questions here. Yes, old and round. That's what happens. Wait till you guys hit 40. Once you guys hit 40, I'm going to be laughing my ass off. But all good. You want to know something? we went through the predictions. We need a big win today. I appreciate everyone for joining. Again, like the video, be a friend, tell a friend. I'm sorry I couldn't give you guys the musical intro. I really would love to do that, but guess what? I don't really know how to drive this thing all the time. It's a miracle that I've lasted this long. But again, I appreciate everybody for joining. We had a lot of the regulars on here. See some new faces, so always share the content. Uh, we always love the conversations. If there's something you want us to talk about or something you want us to review, let us know. We're always into exploring new ways to get content out to the people. Again, Striped Hearts Apparel is our sponsor, and hopefully we'll be having some more giveaways in the new year. I think we're going to be doing some over Christmas. I know Al was talking about a Del Piero jersey. I believe that's for our Twitch stream. Today is Tuesday. So tonight we have our stoppage time show with Lou and Cliff. And would you look at this? Listen, people, you are not going to believe this. Look at this. What is going on? What is going on?
Well, I guess there's an explanation due. Okay, and here.
No, there isn't. You don't need to explain jack. But no, we could talk about after show. I'll give you shit after, but
we'll talk about. But anyways, Matchday. Where are we at here, Anthony?
We're about 46 minutes in. Al, actually, this isn't right. Here, let's do this. There we go.
Nice.
Now the world is right. Well, Omar jumped in as he was driving his forklift. He missed a beauty there.
That's amazing.
Omar jumped in about 25 minutes. I was just I was in the hot fire, but we don't have a name for that yet. Like, is it the hot stove lounge? That's the NHL thing here in Canada. What do we call the quick fire questions?
Just rapid fire.
Just rapid fire. Okay, we got to come up
with a segment with questions. Look at the live though popping up. Look at this chat.
And Luke is not like, I was about to wrap up the show. But you want to know something?
Wrap up? Well, what? Should we do some trivia just to finish up and some predictions or what?
Hang on. Let me check my schedule. Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Nice. Well,
hang on. Let me just make sure I'm not getting yelled at.
Let's get into this. Let's get into some trivia here, okay? So 91 total matches between the two clubs, okay? Juventus coming out victorious in how many, everybody? How many total wins for Juventus out of 91 matches against Cagliari?
I haven't had a coffee in this. Hang on. Give me a second.
CJ Yardo, my man. How many victories for Juve? We're going to add one today. Tell you that. We're going to finish 2021 with a victory.
Okay, before we'll go through your predictions after the trivia, but and I won't tell you what Omar and I you didn't hear what Omar and I came up with, did you?
No.
Okay, so tell me again, how many matches between these two?
91 total matches.
91.
How many victories for you? We've got some guesses here. Tony G coming in with 78. Idris was 60.
78 wins out of 91 matches.
Ali coming in with 83. How many are you saying?
I'm going to, out of 91 matches, I'll go 63.
46 for Juventus.
Yeah. 78. Tony, you're
a lot of draws, though, because Cagliari's only won 15 times. So quite a few draws there.
47 wins and 15 draws.
46. It'll be 47 after today, though, everybody. Let's go. Now, let's go with who's tied for the goal-scoring lead in this fixture that represented both teams.
Oh, come on. This is when you need to come early, when Omar was here. So I know Omar is probably listening right now with the butt. He's driving the butt hanging out. And he's doing the forklift.
This is a good one. And you can even give me the leader. Give me who you think the outright leader is. But the guy that's tied with him played for both teams.
Played for both teams. It's Del Piero.
And you don't have to go way back for either of these guys. Let's put it that way.
Del Piero?
No.
Damn. He's just my default.
Oh, yeah. It's like Sivori, Del Piero, Bonaperti. Like, you've got your go-tos. But no, unfortunately, for this one, for the outright leader, you don't have to look far at all. like at all. It's actually kind of crazy when you think about 91 matches and this guy's the leader.
91 matches. I'll go
Not
I'll go
Trez.
Higuain.
Trez is 5th in this one, Ali. So Trez is
Yeah.
5th. He's got about 5 goals.
There's my man Trezeguet right there. Boom. Right there.
So I'll tell you,
Higuain?
the leader, the Higuain, you said?
Yeah.
No. More recent for the leader,
Come
and
on. It's not
several
Ronaldo, is
years
it?
before him for the guy that represented both teams.
It's not Ronaldo, is it?
Ronaldo's the outright leader, 8. There's a
Really?
player tied with him that was before Higuain's time that represented both teams. Who's that player? Tell you what, sharp-looking dude. It's part of a clip, a highlight clip that I love with Nedved when Nedved tells off the media that they're all contra Juventus.
I have no
And
idea.
he's sitting there, and his look is amazing. Matri, T-Bone. There you go.
Really?
Matri is tied with Ronaldo at 8 goals in this fixture, and Matri played for both teams. There you go.
He was another guy who I was like a lot of high hopes, and just kind of didn't really pan out. Didn't really pan out.
Man. So 91 total matches. We know Juve's got 46 victories. How many clean sheets?
Oh, jeez. Clean sheets. In the 46. I guess
Just how many clean sheets total in 91 matches for Juve? Not necessarily victories, draws as
some
well.
of the draws as well. I would say
because you now know we had 46 wins and 15 draws because we said that. So that gives you your idea. So Big Bandizi throwing out 15.
I'll say 18.
You're going to say 18?
18 clean sheets in 58 matches.
For a team like us? That's double that, buddy. 35.
Holy shit.
Look at KM going out with 59. Look, so yeah, 35 clean sheets. Give me 5 players who represented
Snipes. 8?
both teams.
Come on. Snipes must not have been watching during the BBC era, but I was low too. Sorry, what was that? Last question?
5 players that represented both teams.
No idea. Well, Matri was one, obviously.
Matri's one.
You want to know? Cagliari is one of those funny teams where it's just like I don't really remember anybody who's played.
I know it's interesting, but then I looked at this list and I was like, oh yeah, makes sense.
Hang on, Cagliari did. The defender who Cáceres.
You're getting some, Cáceres is another one. You're getting some help from the chat here too.
Oh, Rugani, right?
Padoin, Rugani. You guys are up to 4. You need one more.
Cáceres was the other one, and then oh no, Padoin I think was the guy I was thinking of, but there was another. I think there was another midfielder. Oh man, hang on. Yeah, Danny, we got that guy. Thanks. Like you're late. Pellegrini,
Luca Pellegrini, our own left back.
Oh, look at Ali.
Spend time with Cagliari. Some other guys would have been a guy I can't stand, Zabina. There was
with the high forehead,
Asamoah, Cristiano Zanetti is one. Mario Isla, Seri, who we sent there. Those are some guys. Fun little fact: Max Allegri himself played for Cagliari between 1993 and 1995, and he managed them from 2008 to 2010. But today he's not going to forget where he's at, and we're going to roll these guys. All right, we're going to roll Cagliari.
Funny name there that you brought up, Asamoah. Would you put Asamoah in like the group one below legendary? You know what I mean? Like you have like the guys, you have like that group.
I don't think he's close to that legendary core. I don't think so.
But like the group below, like the Tevez, Mandzukic.
Oh, I put those guys much higher than Asamoah.
So you'd put him in like the 3rd tier because he was a good soldier, man.
He was. He did a lot of grunt work and he did his job, no doubt. So, but I can't.
You'd call him like a Lichtsteiner in the same group as like a Lichtsteiner.
Lichtsteiner's above. Lichtsteiner
yeah,
for me
that's a
is
good point.
well above Asamoah.
Yeah.
Swiss
Okay.
Express, a lot of love there.
That's a
A
good
lot of
point.
love there. That was good though. Job, boys. T-Bone. I love T-Bone, man. Always makes me think of Seinfeld, my favorite show. And they give
T-Bone.
George Costanza the T-Bone. T-Bone.
Yeah, up Mandzukic, 100% legend. Like, listen, don't get me wrong. I think Mandzukic is up on the wall here. Yeah, he's right there, 17. Boom.
Yeah.
Right, so a lot of love for the
If you
17.
make Ants Wall, legend. I don't see
I got
Asamoah out there or even close to even being thought about getting in there. So, nah.
I got
Few
8 more
tiers away.
jerseys going up on the wall. They're going up in this empty space right over here. I'm going to fill that. I'm going to put 2 more. I got 8 more coming up. Not all football, but I might put them out on Twitter and Instagram, see what you guys think of them.
Nice.
So let me get rid of this. So
So
predictions.
you guys did your prediction challenge and Omar was in a forklift.
So here, let's switch it back. Now I'm the host.
Love it.
All right, Al, I'm going to ask you for your prediction, and then I will tell you what we came up with. All right?
Okay.
For prediction. So halftime score. I guess I got to
2-0
write these.
Juve.
I guess I got to write these down now. All right. Shoot, I don't have enough space. Okay, 2-0. So Omar also went with 2-0, and I was and Beppe joined. Maybe Beppe. Let's see how smart the big Beppe is. Hey, we're redoing the prediction section. So I know there's a lot of new faces that came in that weren't here for the original predictions, and Omar and his forklift skills. Omar and I are not confident in our predictions today. I'll put that out there for you.
Not confident. I'm confident 2-0 at half.
Yeah, so that means you're probably going to stink. So anybody who come out with your predictions, here we go. All right. So you're saying 2-0 at halftime. Omar went with 2-0. I went with 1-0. I think we're going to have a slow start, but an early goal. Full-time score from Al.
Full-time, it finishes 3-0. And that's how we finish off 2021. 3-0 victory versus Cagliari.
Omar is
Hey, look at this. My man with me. Feeling the same. Love it.
What is going on with the big bandeezy? I'm not even going to click on his. Look at the big bandana. What is the Come on. Unless he's trying to do some sort of like the reverse psychology. Like, come on.
Big bandeezy. Come on.
That's just not acceptable. So Omar went with the absolute landslide of 4-0.
Ooh, I like
Frankie coming in with 3-0. I also went with 3-0. So you and I are the same there. Goal scorers, Al, hit me with it.
So we're working off the latest projection I saw was what Bernardeschi, Morata, Keane trident.
Bernardeschi, Morata, yeah, with Locatelli,
Kenny, Bentancur, Loca.
Yeah.
Okay. Morata gets 2 today.
Okay.
Morata gets 2. And I think the other one will come from the midfield. And if McKennie's in there, it's going to be Big Mac.
Okay. So Omar said Morata, Keane. He went with 4 individual scores. I said he was crazy. So Morata, Keane, can't read my handwriting. Locatelli and McKennie. So he sort of agrees with there. I also went with Morata with the brace. I think he's cracked the ice off the shooting boots. I think he gets the brace today. And I picked Bernardeschi, non-assisted because he cannot assist himself. He's going to take the ball. He's going to give it to a defender, give it back, unassisted. That's going to be our third goal. How you doing? Keep it moving. Yellow cards.
First one, and what team?
That's how it works, Al. Like
Cagliari. Cagliari in the 19th.
Ooh, so
we're going to put some pressure on them. Last game of the season at home of 2021. Last game of the calendar year at home. Pressure's on them. We're going to be all over them, swarming them. 19th minute, yellow card, Cagliari.
And since everyone's here, please, I explained it before, so anyone who wasn't here earlier, to like the video, there's a thumb that kind of looks like this, and it's not filled in. And then you take your cursor that looks like an arrow, and you push it. You push it like that, and it lights up. So please help us out. So Omar went with 40th minute. And I took
their own 19th minute yellow.
Yeah,
Cagliari.
Yeah, but he's
Let's
wrong.
go.
It's okay. You can say he's wrong. It's okay. I took a page out of the Gaffer playbook. I went with the 28th. I know you're like a 27th, 28th guy, so I was like, I got to keep it up for the Gaffer. I'm gonna go 20th minute, And then look at this, more negativity. Oh,
Benta's gonna finish strong next to Loca
now
there.
Omar did bring up a good point. Quadrado is near the maximum of yellow, so if he picks up another one today, he will miss the Napoli match. So that's probably why he's not playing today. And then after the break, just to remind everybody, we go home to Napoli, at Rome, home to Udinese, and then at AC Milan. So we're going to need everybody healthy for that. We're going to have everybody back. We should. Dybala, Danilo, McKennie should be fully fit. Chiesa. Oh, by the way, whoever's joining, hoodies. I put on the Freddie Church shirt today.
Nice.
This thing is so comfortable. Anyways,
Great drops there.
so I went to 28th minute yellow card. Possession.
Teetering on 60%, probably like 59-41 there for Juve.
59-41. Omar went 58-42.
Nice.
And I went 60-40. So you just slip you put it right between the pads, buddy. You went 5
Nice.
there. Good for you.
Precision.
Shots on goal.
Juve's going to have about 18 total attempts, and we'll have about 9 on target.
Okay,
about
so
half of them.
you're the highest of the group. So 18-9. Omar went 17-8. For some reason, I went 14-7. Not confident in that pick whatsoever. Just absolute, like.
You're still reeling after all your predictions kind of switched the preseason. We will do a show during the break looking back at our preseason predictions, and we'll have some
Can we
fun
do
with
a show where we show that and then like cut to like live and then cut back to the prediction and then just comment to what we were saying? Can we do that? Do we have those editing abilities? Because that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it's
good. But all mine were based on
do
Ronaldo.
Something fun with those predictions, man. It'll be good.
All mine were based on Ronaldo. This is just not fair. I said it earlier in the show today. They just went to hell in a handbasket once Ronaldo left. I predicted Juventus with a Scudetto by Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
that is on the world
life's unfair, and that's what happens. So we move.
We move. All right, offside. What minute? First offside.
Oof. I think based on how Cagliari is going to approach this game, Juve's not going to get too many offsides. Maybe like 3 total, if that. But the first offside will be probably, I'm going to go like fairly early, maybe like 11th minute in.
You're going to go 11. Omar went with the 10th. I went with the 18th. We didn't do total offsides. Do we normally do total offsides?
No, we just do kind of, these are just kind of fun tiebreakers. The main ones are halftime, final, goal scores, and man of the match.
Going back to shots on goal, Tony G here. Tony, my man. 24, an absolute artillery barrage, and none of them hitting the target.
I'm thinking the same thing, Cisco. 12, around that 12th minute. Boy.
Omar went 10th minute, and I went with the 18th minute. Again, not confident that. I think it's going to be the 3rd, to be completely honest. But I can't change my picks now because Omar's going to be like, he's going to totally invalidate them. Going to the Striped Hearts Apparel Man of the Match. Who do you got? Who do you want and who do you got?
Because, again, it's going to rest on his shoulders. I think this one's going to be between 2 guys. Morata, that finishes 21 calendar year with 2 goals. Or Bernardeschi, because, again, the creativity will rest on his shoulders. He's in a good form. I know Francisco is going to say, don't talk about Bernardeschi being the man of the match, because every time we do, he puts up a stinker. So I'm not going to do that to him. And I'm just going to say it'll be the guy that bags a couple goals, which will be Alvaro Morata. Morata is going to be man of match against Cagliari. And he better finish strong. And this is the team to score some goals again.
We need him. So I also went with Morata for man of the match. Omar went with Locatelli. And again, we talked about it earlier. Locatelli is the engine of this team. And would you say he is maybe I shouldn't say, put the name in your head. Who is your first half of the season MVP so far?
Oh, that's first half MVP. So the usual suspects almost don't qualify due to injury, unfortunately. So guys that you would normally expect to see in there. I think it'd probably have to be Delict and Locatelli to be amongst those names for first half like MVP candidates. Because every time they've been out there, you can find a couple off performances for both of them,
Mm-hmm.
but in comparison to the grand scheme of things, like it's the consistency level with those two guys has been massive. Locatelli means so much to the team on the pitch. No other guy can step in there and really do that. I think it was a huge eye opener when Arthur played that match, and Locatelli steps in, and all of a sudden there's a massive, massive difference, and it just flips for us in the middle of the park. He's got to be in there. Delict between those two guys, and honestly, I'm fine putting it dead even between Delict and Locatelli for me for the first half of the season. For sure.
we were saying the same thing. It's hard not to pick Delict as your MVP. He's been, I would say, like consistent, right? He had a couple games here and there. I would have put him over Locatelli if he smashed that header against Genoa. He had, I think, another one earlier in the season. If he bags those 2 goals, I'd put him over Locatelli. I think Locatelli is, the team is completely different when he's on the field.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say Locatelli, and we can throw it out to the we'll throw it out to the Juventus universe, the all.
I think it's fair shout based on how he's finished 2021 to throw Berna in there. And I think even not just considering the second half of the first half, the late portion of the first half of the calendar year, but even if you look back to our streak earlier on in the year, it fell apart once Bernardeschi was lost on that left side. So Berna is a good shout, Sal. I'll give you that. For sure, Berna should be considered in there. Luca's got a great comment about Woj. So Tech deserves a pat on the back for turning it around, because at the start of the year, my God, we were looking to Perrin to possibly have to step in there and be the guy for the rest of the year. So credit to Szczesny. I think that highlights a good point about the competition, though, that needs to be open in all positions.
Yeah, and, we talked about Woj a little bit earlier on the show today too, and I said when we were having the same discussion, I said you got to throw Tech in there. He started off slow, and then he's really turned it around. He's solidified himself as that number 1 spot. And there was 2 guys on this show, I don't know, who said let's just stick with Tech. Let's be patient. Who was that, Al? Was that?
Oh yeah,
I think that was me and you. I think it was you, me, you.
Sometimes the old guys have been through quite a bit and can just kind of a little bit of patience.
Just steady Eddie. You know what I mean?
Get
yourself married. You'll learn some patience. Have some kids. You'll learn patience.
Pat on the back there for us. Attaboy.
Al.
I like Francisco here, Loca, because Mino is talking crap. Listen, put out a video last night on my personal thoughts and painting a picture. It's on YouTube about what if Delict left, okay, and it shows you kind of the whole overview of the scenario, and what if that happens. A lot of Juventini are kind of flipping their lids over this thing. Just relax, because if it does happen, everybody forgets about amortization, and the amount of capital gain would be massive. This is a team that needs to retool. Nobody wants to see Delict leave, but if it does, we'll be reimbursed handsomely. And to retool this team, that's the only way you're going to shave possibly a year to 2 mercados off of it, is that big, massive capital gain. So what they do with it, hey, nobody's at fault for that. Like, that's in their hands. If they got to use it smart and wisely, but that's it.
I still think this is part Juventus talking through.
What time is it over there, Easter time? Have a Snickers, Luca. Relax. I said to pick Szczesny up. Easy.
Anyways, I'm not going to get in an argument with Luca. We all. I'm not going to reveal what was said behind the scenes last night, but Luca's geography skills have come into question. And I'm not going to bring that up, because that's what's said behind closed doors, we're just gonna leave it at that. But
Yeah,
so he can't be trusted.
I'm buying him a globe for Christmas, for God's sakes.
But you can't stop it. But you can't write off the fact that this might be Juventus talking through Raiola to see how the public, the fans react to De Ligt leaving. And from what you see, do you see it as 50-50, the reaction that he should stay or he should go? I think there's a lot of people out there saying, forget it. You know, we can get 150 million. Let's do it and retool. I think there's more people on that side of the fence.
I think there's more that, yeah, can see what that would mean to a team that's in rebuild. And also the fact that a lot of us felt that way from the start. I know I did. When we signed De Ligt, I was like, God, that's awesome. I just never thought of him staying the whole time. And it's 100% because he's an elite player and he's part of Raiola's group. That's just the way it is. And we've talked about this for the past few years. If Juventus slides, they're on the slippery slope of some of these guys not wanting to stick around. Like, if we're running the risk of losing Champions League, does that make sense for a guy of De Ligt's caliber to stay around on a project like that? Like, not really. I mean, this guy can be starting at any club in the world, competing on all fronts, domestically and European success. So does it make sense for him? Not really. And it might seem shitty, you know, and it might be like painting a bad picture of him, but it's a realistic picture. Like, it was the same as Ronaldo. Did it make sense to have Ronaldo in a rebuild project? No. These guys are cherries on top. And if you don't have, you know, your cupcake even fucking baked, what the hell are we doing? And that's kind of where we're at.
I look at De Ligt as a piece to a rebuild. I don't think he's a luxury. I think he's a long-term piece. But we're in a very precarious situation where we need those pieces, but when one of those pieces can generate that much income, it's like, what do we have here?
He'd have to love the shirt like everyone did during Calciopoli. And honestly, you only get that very rarely. And we talked about this. Remember when we had that hypothetical, even though we knew it wasn't going to happen, about the relegation, like out of those, you know, nonsensical selling issues and whatnot. Look, only Locatelli and Chiesa out of our main young guns would stay with this team. And I truly believe that. It means something different to the Italians. It just, that's the way it is. It means something different to the Italians. And it's nothing against De Ligt. It's just, I always had that feeling with him that it wasn't going to be forever. I want it to be. The kid's a stud. He's an absolute beast. But honestly, you can see it happening. And would it suck to lose him? 100%. You have to be smart. And the biggest thing is, we're all trying to make splashes on this team to fix this team. You know, go out, get Vlahovic. Go out, get this. Like, all of a sudden, this team's flipped around. I don't think this team is one or even two pieces away. Like, at least, like, we've got some serious gaps to fill, because you've seen it now for two managers where they've got a good 11 that can still struggle to compete with the upper echelon of clubs. But then when you get the rotation in there, this team crumbles. So it's like, we've got a lot of work to do. And so I'll kind of borrow that. Okay, yeah.
I'll disagree on two things there. One, I'm going to agree with Luca here. Everyone's downplaying MDL. They're saying he's the type of player no one really knows that, right? People are making assumptions that based on his agent, he is a certain type of player. So I would disagree with that. He is, you know, he wouldn't stay. I don't know. I think,
look, at the end of the day, Mino Raiola isn't taking these players, like, just picking them and say, hey, okay, man, we're going to leave. Like, it's the player's will. Everybody has to understand that.
Yeah.
There's no coincidence that Nedved and, you know, Raiola meet, and less than a week later, the sirens are going off about a potential.
I agree with that.
There's
Yeah.
something going on there, and it is not Raiola just picking and choosing where players go. And it's also not Raiola's job to keep players at Juventus. Like, are we making it the best scenario to be in for some of these elite players and young guys? It's a tough spot right now. And how our management reacts and makes moves, man, that's what it's all about. We are on a slippery slope. Everybody knows the consequences if we don't reach top 4. We all said it. Do you expect De Ligt to stay? Probably not, we said. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, maybe not.
But
Maybe he
I don't-
doesn't stay. And you have a tough time attracting newer players because Champions League is what everybody wants. And rightfully so, if you're an ambitious player, right? It changes the guys you have to target. Everything changes. Your mercado changes. Everything changes based on where you land. Juve, all I'm saying is I wish De Ligt to stay there forever.
Mhm.
If he goes, it is not the end of the world. It isn't. It's far
No.
from it. It could, if we do it properly, it could actually speed up things for us dramatically if we do it properly. This team is still going to have to look for bargains. Like, splashing is just not going to happen. We got into this mess by splashing.
Mhm.
We have to be methodical and smart about the guys we bring in and the bargains, and the deals. If we go out and just try and splash, okay, you've lost a lick. Now you got to bring in like a center back equal to of that caliber. You might not. I don't think that's a play. I think you got to spread out the money. We have to spread out our money. It's an argument people were having before De Ligt even came up with Vlahovic. Do you splash on Vlahovic or do you spread the money out because you have so many needs? We're in a tight spot. I want De Ligt to stay, but I'm prepared if he leaves, as I have been when he signed. It always felt like it was going to be a few years, right?
You're so negative. You went into this with negativity, and you're coming out with negativity.
Nope.
Don't be
Because
like
Juve
that.
is going to finish strong 2021 calendar season. We're going to finish the season strong, and I don't think De Ligt's going to leave.
I don't think we need. I think you and I have had this conversation before because we've had a lot of conversations. I don't think we need that many pieces to win the Scudetto. I think Champions League is a different story. I think for the Scudetto, we need 3 players. We need a striker and 2 midfielders. I really don't think we need to make any changes at the back. I think if they stay healthy, I think De Winter, Danilo, Bonucci, De Ligt, De Sciglio, Pellegrini. I think that group is enough to win the Scudetto. But I think we need 2 midfielders and a striker to compete.
We need an alternative to Locatelli. You still need a driving force, the actual creative guy in the middle. You still need a left back. You need Pellegrini is doing a great job. Is he the be all end all? I'm not so sure. And he still needs backup behind him because Sandro's dusted. So it is what it is. You need a left back. You need a center back.
Is his contract done, or are they talking about not renewing? Is his contract done at the end of this year?
It's not renewing, and I'll look it up and tell you when his contract is actually over. But we need a left back. We need a left back.
So you think 4 players?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't agree with all the. Not agree, but it's hard. Like, people will put up a whole list of we need to get rid of all these players, but I don't see Juventus completely turning over the midfield. Like, Ramsey out. I really don't see Rabiot leaving. As much as people want him to leave, you have your opinion. I don't think he's going to leave. I think Allegri is going to keep him as a piece.
I don't think Rabiot's going anywhere. You could tell Allegri loves him. So Sandro has 1 more year on his contract. 2023 is when it expires. So he's got 1 more year. They will definitely not renew him. But the talks of even just making a move. But who's going to buy him now? Like, we had our opportunity to move him. No one's going to be coming in paying for him. If you do, it's going to be peanuts. He doesn't stand the club much. That's one of the things. But I don't know. There's some major changes that need to happen with the roster and whatnot. Max, people still have a lot of question marks about Max, right? So we'll see what happens. But today, we're just going to pump Cagliari, finish 2021 strong, and then let's wait to see where the chips fall, okay?
Yep.
at the top at the end of the season. I still say finish in that third mark. Okay, finish in that third. We'll get Champions League football, and then it won't be so negative. Okay, finish in that
Thank you.
Champions League spot, and then let's take a look at if guys want to leave, whatever, that's fine. We'll make some moves and we'll see. The biggest thing is I see a lot of criticism already about tying Cherubini and Arriva Bene to the previous run.
do it.
And you can't really do that. And it's not necessarily fair. We have seen nothing from these guys to be able to even judge them. And that does present a little bit of concerns because we don't know, say, if Delict leaves, we will be paid very well. We still don't have that confidence that we could say, hey, they're going to spend it well. But we also shouldn't necessarily have the fear that they won't because we just don't know, right? Like you don't really know. A little Roma fan in there. DeSantis coming in here. Oh yeah, just say hi to the Kings. At least you recognize the Kings. But
at least like the video.
At least like it, Chris. Come on, come on. No, we
you're gonna come in and start
all the
tossing
love
turds,
from
at least
the
like
rival
the
fans too. And when those matchups come up, you can rest assured we expect you guys out here too. And
hey, we had a Malmo
face
fan
the
come
heat
in
and the wrath from the live chat.
We even had a Malmo fan in here once. So
yeah,
we
had
accept
a Malmo
everybody.
fan jump in there. That was wild.
That was really weird, that one. But
yeah.
But he was also dumping on his team too.
He was, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, you guys are gonna kill us. Well, yeah, we know.
Yeah, we understand that. Thanks.
Yeah, there's some teams that even Juve at their worst we're comfortable with. But no, it's good. I expect a good victory here today. And yeah, let's get her done. And then we've got Mirko Di Natale coming up for a winter mercato episode.
Boom.
So everybody that's joining us here, make sure you stay tuned. We're gonna hammer down a date, and you guys can get all your questions in on the mercato. It is literally going to be the ultimate rapid fire because usually we prepare questions and whatnot for Mirko. We're only going to probably prepare a couple, and then we're going to let you guys fly. Okay, so yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that one. It's going to be awesome. We love Mirko too. He's absolutely fantastic.
And if you haven't watched, I think he's been on twice before. 3?
Yeah, twice so far.
He doesn't hold back. Like he's like, this is what I'm hearing. And if he doesn't know it, everything that he said has panned out, and he's very open. Like he'll say, haven't heard that, and things that he hasn't heard normally don't really, come to fruition. But he's like, oh yeah, I've heard this. I've talked to this person. This is what they're saying.
The inside on Ronaldo dating back to May was incredible. Yeah. He nailed that timeline, and he just took you down right down to the moment Ronaldo left. It was incredible. And so yeah, you guys, everybody stay tuned for that one. You're not going to want to miss it, especially going into this winter mercato. I think you're going to see very little out of Juventus. Be prepared for it. But Mirko's going to lay it down for you. So any questions you have, he won't hold back. So there you go. But yeah, I'm ready for this one. Let's finish 2021 strong.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Anth, closing thoughts.
Be a friend, tell a friend. We got this show. We got the post game coming tomorrow. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, pretty wide open. I might be here tomorrow morning. Al's going to be here tomorrow morning. Had a little bit of a snafu today, but that's all right. We move on. We're a team here. We try and cover each other as best we can. Sorry for the late start, but we went a little later. So all you slappies who kind of like to come in late, sleep in, we got you covered. So be a friend, tell a friend, like the video, Striped Hearts Apparel, alluvcast.com. We got a pre-match article. I think it's already up by our buddy Youssef. And then we'll have a post-match today with player ratings. And that guy who keeps writing up those player rating reports, that guy, he's got a crazy wit, that guy.
Those are good. You definitely want to check out our ratings. They're quite comical. I love it.
Again, big win, hopefully coming in today.
It will.
Fina, buddy.
Let's get her done. Everybody like the video, subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, post-match podcast live. All right. Don't miss it. Try and get a full panel for you and finish the year strong and have a lot of fun. All right. Ciao tutti. Oh, stripedheartsapparel.com. Website up top. Check them out. Link in the description to this video. Sick drops. Look at Anthony's rocking the zip up. That thing is
so comfortable.
mint. You have no idea. Check them out.
Really
Show some love to the sponsor, which in turn shows some love to the podcast. All right. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.